in no way, shape, or form. However, I like the fact that he came from poverty to riches. He used to be a newspaper boy. He used to deliver newspapers. So Puffy came a long way. But with that being said, Puffy is not a rapper or a mogul or a label executive whom I admire. I liked his hustle, but I never really fell in love with Puffy's music. You see what I'm saying? Something always seemed off with Puff Daddy. I admire Master P because he came from the trenches. He came from rags to riches like Puff Daddy. However, the difference is that Master P, he maintained his integrity and morals. He didn't violate people. Puff Daddy violated men, and Puff Daddy violated women. Puff Daddy was preying on juveniles. Puff Daddy ruined a lot of people's lives. Nobody from Bad Boy Records became rich and successful under Puff Daddy's watch. Puff Daddy made his artists walk several miles for a cheesecake. Puff Daddy has been doing a lot of dirt for years. So now it's time for Puff Daddy to pay the price. And if Puff Daddy gets life in prison without parole, he deserves it. And let me say this to you. I do not wish jail upon nobody. However, when you violate men, when you violate women, when you pimp people out, like what Puff Daddy was doing, when you sexually assault people, when you physically assault people, you deserve everything that's coming your way. And let me break it down to you guys like this, because you guys think that the federal government decided to pursue Puff Daddy because he sued that liquor company. That's not true at all. Puff Daddy is a monster. Puff Daddy was violating people. Okay. Oh, King Von, you reap what you sow, man. He killed a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? And he had the wrong people around him. You see what I'm saying? When he went to Atlanta, he was supposed to take professional security with him to that event on the night that he died. He had his friend from O Block rolling with him. And them guys are not professional at all. You see what I'm saying? Had King Von hired professional security on that night, he would be here with us today. You see what I'm saying? King Von was a loose cannon. And that cost him his life. He was ignorant. When he made up his mind to do something, he done it. He made up his mind that when he saw Rondo, he was going to attack Rondo. He wasn't thinking about the repercussions. He thought that he was invincible. And he lost his life. King Von had a big heart, yeah, but he was a menace to society. And you reap what you sow. Yes, he was. Where are you from? You are running to me? Okay, I'm looking for you. I don't see you. I don't see you. I don't see you. I'm looking for you. Where are you? Where are you? But like I was saying about Puffy, right? Puff Daddy is in this position because he decided that he was going to pimp people. You see what I'm saying? Puff Daddy decided that he was going to sex traffic women and men. Puff Daddy preyed on people. He turned people out. Look at how he handled Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber was a juvenile, a child. He wasn't even 16 at the time. And look at how Puff Daddy was interacting with that child, Justin Bieber. He was a child at the time. So you are not going to tell me that Puff Daddy doesn't deserve to be locked up. And he will be found guilty. As simple as that. Puff Daddy will be found guilty. And he might not ever see daylight again. They might lock him up and throw away the key. And somebody else asked another question. They asked, is he going to get out first or R. Kelly? R. Kelly is coming home before Puff Daddy. You see what I'm saying? Puff Daddy is going to do some time. And if he fights the case, he is going to lose badly. He's 54 years old now. I don't have to wait for the trial to start to know that this man has done something. You see what I'm saying? This man has done something. And he knows he has done something wrong. He knows he violated the law. I wasn't born this size. So don't tell me anything about casting judgment because it's P. Diddy. What about the victims? So you mean to tell me that everybody else is lying? I respect your opinion too, but you're talking nonsense to me. And you came to listen to me gossip, right? So what does that make you? If you came to listen to me gossip and you despise gossip, what does that say about you? Do you suffer from cognitive dissonance or something like that? The irony of it all. And like I was saying, right? P. Diddy, he done a lot of dirt. Look at how he treated his artists. He had beef with Mace. He had beef with Biggie, D-Block. Puff Daddy has done a lot of dirt. So, therefore, it's time for him to pay the price. You reap what you sow. I don't care if you don't like it. You want a shout out? You want a shout out? But yeah, P. Diddy is guilty. So therefore, P. Diddy has to pay the price. As simple as that. Spell your name out for me because I can't see it clearly on my screen. Spell it out for me. I can't see it clearly on my screen for some reason. The words are so small. But like I was saying, right? P. Diddy is reaping what he has said. He done some dirty deeds. He knew that he was gonna be charged. So you mean to tell me that Cassie is lying? He didn't beat that woman. He didn't abuse that woman then. That's what you were telling me. And I'm not saying that everybody coming forward is speaking the truth, because I don't believe that. However, I do know that the federal government has a 95% conviction rate. And they did not just fabricate these charges. They did not create these charges out of thin air. And if you think that they created these charges out of thin air, you are living in denial. Stop trying to justify and find reasons and excuses as to why Puff Daddy has been charged with these vicious crimes. Shout out to Tarantulas Football. A big shout out to Tarantulas Football once again. I appreciate you, man. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Thank you for taking the time out to tune in. I respect people's opinions, but I will not tolerate disrespect. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has the right to express themselves, but when you become disrespectful, you know, you will be removed from this channel. You could express yourself. You could share your opinion, but be prepared for me to rebuttal. Right? Now, for those of you sticking up for P. Diddy, you aren't any better. This man is a monster. He's a criminal. He brought it on himself. I didn't make him do it. He must have thought that he was going to get away with this. But after that tape came out, that was it. But before the tape came out, the feds were investigating P. Diddy. He was being investigated long before that tape came out. Yeah, that ain't Soulja Boy. That's an imitation Soulja Boy right there. You are not the real Soulja Boy. They're gonna free Diddy, all right? Yeah. They wouldn't even give him bail, and you're talking about free Diddy? Huh, you're right. Diddy might not ever see daylight again. Let me say that again. P. Diddy might not ever see daylight again in his life. He's 54 now. He'll be lucky if he gets out of jail before he's 70 years old. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the love and support. Do you watch battle rap or what? Because, you know, my boy Cassidy, the hustler, is going to destroy John and my boy Geechi is going to destroy Hitman, right? So, one thing about Hitman Holla, he's a great performer. But his pen is not that good. You see what I'm saying? And he has a very bad reputation. He has a very bad reputation. No, not really. Not really. That's not true. That's not true at all. It's not that they want to see rich black man down and out, because Fubu is owned by a black man. He's a billionaire. Michael Jordan's a billionaire. There's a lot of rich, successful black people out there. Puff Daddy, he broke the law. So that's why they are charging him. So don't tell me they want to see rich this, that, and the other. It has nothing to do with color. It's about principles. Puff Daddy broke the law. Okay? Plain and simple. You might not like it, but that is the reality. And a lot of black people in the black community, they don't even like him because he's rich. So what are you talking about? He couldn't go back to his hood. Nobody dislikes you more than your own people when you become rich and successful. Nobody. Nobody at all. So that's just a lame excuse. I respect your opinion, but it's not true. Thank you for subbing, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the love and support, man. But y'all got my boy Cassidy winning over John 3-0. You see what I'm saying? I like what I see out of Cassidy. You know what I mean? Cassidy's last battle versus Hitman, he showed me some major improvement, like, you know what I mean? Because versus Gourds and Arsenal, like, he was decent. He wasn't all that. Versus Disaster in the garage, he was an animal. He battled Hitman, he ran up. So I expect Cassidy to do even better versus John. I expect Cassidy to teach John a lesson. You see what I'm saying? John is not a walk in the park, though. You see what I'm saying? John the Dun is not a walk in the park. He's not a doormat. But I have seen him get killed before. Surf killed him and Hollow killed him. You see what I'm saying? So he is beatable and he can be killed, but he is dangerous too, and his focus. But, you know, if Cassidy loses the battle, I will be one of the first people as a Cassidy fan to admit, hey, look, Cassidy lost. But if he wins, I'm going to let you know, look, Cassidy won. He beat John. That's what I predict. It's either going to be a dirty or a clear 2-1. Either way, Cassidy is going to win clearly. Geechi is going to win clearly. Hitman Holla is not any competition for Geechi Gotti. Hitman Holla, he brings a lot of hype. He likes playing gangster. That's what Hitman likes doing. He's an actor. He rolls around with like 30 and 40 guys. But I'm going to say this to you, man. Hitman, if he's not careful, he is going to get somebody killed, man. Because he is reckless. And let me say this to you, right? Geechi is cut from that cloth. Geechi is a Crip. But when it comes to battle rap, Geechi keeps it battle rap. That's how he earns his money. He's a real gangster, not acting like a gangster. Hitman acts like a gangster, but he is not a gangster. And his brother Show Off, if he's not careful, if he don't stop doing his dumb shit, he's gonna end up dead. Because he's always putting hands on somebody for Hitman. I have never seen Hitman, put his hands on somebody. He always instigates it. He gets his boys to do it. He gets his brother to do it. But he is gonna get somebody killed. Or he's gonna get himself killed because he's not a real gangster. If he was a real gangster, he would have retaliated against the people that shot his girl when they broke in his house when he wasn't in. He didn't retaliate. But for some reason, he wants everybody to believe that he is some gangster. And I'm not saying that he should throw his life away, but it's like he chooses who to be gangster with. He was fucking with Verb. He wants to fight Verb. Verb moves differently. That's how Verb moves. Verb moves differently. But because Verb wouldn't do what Hitman wanted him to do, Hitman took offense. That's how he is. If you don't do what he wants you to do, he gets offended. He wants to fight. He wants to get violent because he can't get his own way. That's how Hitman is. After he gets smoked by Geechi, I don't want to see him no more. Because he took an attitude when Cassidy beat him. Easy beat him. Hitman has lost like 3 or 4 battles in a row. He put on a good show versus Ill Will, but at the same time, Will cooked him. Will beat him clearly. But Hitman, he put on a good show. Right? He has a big fan base. You see what I'm saying? I can't deny that about Hitman. Geechi is going to get a bigger bag, a bigger paycheck for battling Hitman. So from a business perspective, I could understand it. But from a competitive perspective, it's not a good matchup. You see what I'm saying? Because Hitman shares up with one good round most times. And that's his first round. And then the second and third rounds, he dies out. And with that being said, I have Geechi destroying Hitman. I have Cassidy destroying Juan the Dunn. Cassidy come from battle rap, yes. You see what I'm saying? But I think that Cassidy wants to prove a point this battle. His focus is different this battle. We are now seeing a different Cassidy this battle. Cassidy's gonna show up and put on a show. He's gonna beat Juan. As a matter of fact, he's going to give Juan an ass whooping on his own platform. Now, with that being said, all you P. Diddy fans, right? Stop living in denial. I don't hate P. Diddy, but I am not a fan of his music. I like a few of his songs. And that's about it. But I never gravitated towards P. Diddy because something always seemed off about him. Yes, he is a rich black man. Yes, he became successful. However, P. Diddy done a lot of people wrong. He wronged a lot of people. He robbed a lot of people. That's what P. Diddy done. Just ask Mace, Deluxe. Ask any Bad Boy artist. Some people suspect that P. Diddy was involved in the death of Biggie and Tupac because he wanted to get them out of his way, especially Biggie. I wouldn't be surprised if P. Diddy had something to do with Pac's murder because it came out. I wouldn't be surprised because P. Diddy is dirty like that. Nah, his baby mama, she died. I don't think that he had anything to do with her death. You see what I'm saying? But he had something to do with Tupac's death and Biggie's death because he was jealous of Biggie. You see what I'm saying? 50 Cent used to write for Puffy. And Puffy ripped him off. Mace wrote for Puffy. And Puffy ripped him off. Enes, he was on Bad Boy. How many other artists that was on Bad Boy? Right? How many of them are speaking out? against Puffy. As a matter of fact, how many of them were speaking out before Puffy was charged? His artists, a lot of them. Because Puffy rubbed people the wrong way. He made his own artists walk several miles for a cheesecake. Puffy manipulated people. Exactly. Exactly, Brad. Yeah, exactly, Brad. Exactly. Brad, you were on point. Yeah. Free Diddy right into general population. Yeah. See what happens to him when he goes there. Because they can't keep him in the shoe for his whole, and for the whole entire time that he's incarcerated. And for those of you that think that R. Kelly didn't get touched up, he did before he got transferred to the prison that is in now. A Latin king kicked him up and beat him up real bad. P. Diddy, eventually, he will get touched up. He's going to get beat up, touched up. They're going to extort P. Diddy. First, they're going to extort him. He's going to have to pay a fee to the inmates, to certain inmates in that prison. And then after they finish extorting him, because he's going to have to pay for protection, after they finish extorting him, they're going to assault him. And that's the truth, based on the nature of his crimes, and also based on his social status. He's a celebrity and is rich. And them inmates, they want to make a name for themselves. So therefore, they are going to assault P. Diddy. And I don't feel sorry for him. He didn't feel sorry for the victims. And when people like that go into prison, when they go into the general population, the inmates, they don't have no mercy on people like that. Okay? They don't have any mercy on people like that. So P. Diddy is a dead man walking. That's the reality of it. And he might not ever see daylight again. He's 54. If he gets 20 years, he's lucky. If he gets 15 years, he's lucky. Think about it. He's 54 now. If he gets 15 years, he'll be out when it's like 69, 70. He's getting off for multiple counts of racketeering and sex trafficking. So if he could walk away with a 20-year sentence, he's blessed. But in my opinion, if he doesn't plead guilty, it's over. He wanted a speedy trial, and his trial date has been set for May 25th, 2025. And with that being said, he might be charged with more crimes. I think that this is the end of Puff Diddy. It's over. This is the end of Puff Diddy. They're gonna drain him of all his resources. He's gotta pay lawyers. He's gotta pay Cassie what? $10 million a month? How many lawsuits are people filing? And I'm not saying that all of the lawsuits are legit, because they're not, but he don't have enough capital or resources to pay all these people off. We are witnessing the ending of Puff Diddy. And when they find him guilty, they're gonna take his businesses from him. Bad Boy Records, they're gonna take that from him. Because they're saying he was using that as a front while he was committing these crimes. They're gonna take his assets from him. And I don't wish this on nobody, but you reap what you sow. Thank you guys for taking the time out to listen. Oh yeah, and Brazil was serious. They don't play around in South America. They don't play around. Oh yeah, they don't play around at all. Yeah, Brazil. Them people are serious in Brazil, man. Them prisons are rough. Them prisons are worse than the prisons in the United States. Especially the conditions, mate. This lucky is in the U.S. serving time, because if he was in South America, he wouldn't be alive right now. That's the reality of it. But I want to thank everybody for taking the time out to listen, man. Thank you guys. Bless you, and may God keep you, man. Salute, 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 salute. Big up yourselves.